Still a little further. In any case, can you hear me please? All of you at the back? It's all right. I bow to all the seekers of truth. At the very outset, we have to know that truth is what it is. We cannot change it. We cannot organize it. We cannot conceptualize it. And also, unfortunately, we cannot know it at our human awareness. One has to become the spirit to know the truth. When I'm talking to you about it, I would request you to have a scientific outlook, to keep your mind open. And whatever I'm telling you today, you have to treat it as a hypothesis, and if you find that it works, we have to accept it as honest people because it is for the emancipation of human beings and for the emancipation of the whole world. He has talked to you about the mechanism that works it out. And what happens when you get your self-realization? That is a very important point one should know. When this residual energy, called as Kundalini in the triangular bone, which is called as sacrum, sacrum means sacred, which I think the Greeks knew that it was a sacred bone, is spontaneously awakened, just like a primule in a seed awakens when it is embedded in the Mother Earth. It's a spontaneous happening. That is Sahaj. Saha means with, Ja means born. Born with you is this right to have the union with this all-pervading divine power. Is the right of every human being, whatever country he lives, whatever races he may belong, whatever community, religion he may be in. All of you, all human beings have a right to get united to this all-pervading power. The first truth about you is that you are not this body, you are not this mind, you are not this ego, you are not these conditionings, but you are pure spirit. And the second truth is that we are surrounded by the all-pervading power of divine love, which does all the living work. Its intelligence, its efficiency is so great that we cannot even understand it at human level. You see the flowers that are there, you see the trees. Your country is so beautiful. We take it for granted. We don't even think how this mother has produced these different trees. And they have a different height. They keep to their heights. How these flowers are created. The same Mother Earth creates different types of flowers from different seeds and gives different fruits. So this living process that is going on within us also, of the autonomous nervous system, we take it for granted. We do not want to think how it happens. Only the saints and the prophets and the incarnations of ages knew about it. Because this is the knowledge of the roots. Our civilization has grown outside very much. But we have not found out our roots. That's why all kinds of problems are there, even economic problems that we are facing today. We have to find out our roots first. Otherwise, how are we going to nourish this tree? That's why it is important for everyone, for themselves and for the whole world to know that they are the Spirit. When this Kundalini rises, through various centers, as you have seen, it rises only through 6 centers. And it is spontaneously happening. Must understand, spontaneous means you cannot work it out. Some people say stand on your head, or you go to Himalayas, do all kinds of penances. Nothing of the kind. It's spontaneous. Or you cannot pay for it. It's absurd. It's ridiculous to pay for it. Absolutely ridiculous. And it's sinful to take money in the name of God. Absolutely sinful. Because this energy doesn't know money. God doesn't understand money. He never created a bank or anything. He just created you. You have created banks and money and all those nonsensical things. If you have to put something in the Mother Earth, it sprouts by itself. Spontaneously. How much do we pay to the Mother Earth for giving us these flowers? We may give to the florist, but not to the Mother Earth. She does everything. She sprouts the seeds and she gives us beautiful fruits, beautiful flowers. In the same way, this Kundalini is placed within you for this last happening in the evolutionary process. We have become from amoeba to human being stage. Now, we have to have the last breakthrough. If we had reached the last, there would have been no problems. We would have known the absolute. Everybody must have felt the absolute truth. But everything no is relative. Somebody thinks that this is good, somebody thinks that that is good, somebody professes that this is the best. But it is not known on your central nervous system what is the absolute. So when we say that self-knowledge has to come, what we mean is that we get the light of the Spirit in your consciousness, in your attention. And when the light of the attention is used, just enlightened one, then it does tremendous things. First of all, it starts flowing through your nerves. And a new dimension, a new awareness is awakened within. With this new dimension, you can feel on your fingertips. On your fingertips you can feel the centers of others and your own centers. And you can also know what's wrong with you. You can also know what's wrong with others. If you know how to correct this, you are all right, and the others can be all right also. So this new awareness is called as collective consciousness. Is described by Jung, who was first a disciple of Freud and then he gave him up rightly and established Jungian theories in which he says that for new awareness you will develop collective consciousness. Now this is a consciousness, it is not a certificate. Like we can certify ourselves at this, that and that and that. Makes no difference. the actualization has to take place. For example, the Kundalini, when she rises through this green area, she enlightens within you the religion. Now here the religion doesn't mean the religion outside, but the religion within, and that religion is our valency. As carbon has 4 valency, human beings have 10 valencies. And these 10 valencies are enlightened. And such a person becomes automatically righteous. Automatically righteous. He does not have to think about it or is not to be told. He is just righteous, like all the saints were. Real saints, not authorized by some temple or church, but real saints. They were not to be told that don't do this, don't do that, this is bad, that is good. Unless and until this happening takes place, outside religion you may follow any Hindu, Christian, Muslim, any religion you may follow, you are capable of committing any sin. Nothing can stop you. But when the inside one is enlightened, you know what is right and what is wrong, because there is the light. Sorry, I have been talking every night. So in the light, how you see? For example, you are holding on to a snake and there's darkness and you are an obstinate person, supposing. Now I tell you it's a snake. You'll say, no, it's a rope. Please drop it. You'll say, no, it's a rope. Till the snake bites, you'll go on holding on to it. But if there is little light, even a flicker of light, immediately you'll see the snake and you'll drop it yourself. I don't have to tell you. This is exactly what happens when you get your self-realization. I'm myself amazed the way things have happened in London. We had lots of people who were drug addicts, who came for SahajaYoga awakening, and overnight they gave up their drugs and alcoholism. Overnight. One of the doctors, they were all very well educated, professors and doctors. And one of the doctors today is in charge of 7 hospitals in London. So what a waste of human energy, because we are not powerful enough to control ourselves, to know what is good and what is bad for us. And we indulge into it because also we cannot help it. Not only that you know what is right and wrong, but also you get that power within you that you just do what is right. Right for you and right for others. So when you are connected with this all-pervading power, it's the compassion, the love that flows through you. You become extremely dynamic, no doubt, because you are so relaxed. You go beyond your thoughts, absolutely beyond your thoughts. You can watch yourself in complete silence. These days, many people who suffer from tensions, high blood pressures and all that can take advantage of it. You become absolutely silent and a witness of the whole show that is going on. And such a person becomes extremely dynamic. At the same time, extremely compassionate and understanding. This works out spontaneously because of your own power. It's within you, it's your own. To begin with, it helps you physically. We have seen people getting cured of very serious, incurable diseases through SahajaYoga. But it's not the main thing, because if I say that, all the sick people will bring to me. That's not the point. The point is you all have to be the doctors. And then you can treat the people you want to help. Then you can work it out on them in a very scientific method of controlling the parasympathetic nervous system. Now there are 2 doctors in India who got their MD doing SahajaYoga. On SahajaYoga, I think they have been able to cure epilepsy, asthma, I don't know, blood cancer, all sorts of things, and they have got their MD. And one more doctor is trying now, and she has got very good results as well. There are 7 doctors in England who are working it out. It is for us to open our eyes that if there is any other world, any reality existing, why not we know about it, when it's all free to us. Another great thing happens is that you become mentally very peaceful. Very mental people have been, mentally affected people have been cured with SahajaYoga. We are every day having patients for this. They are being cured and helped through SahajaYoga. Of course, I mean, some are not helped also. But those who try, really try, have worked it out and they have been helped. The third thing that happens to you, that you become a very intelligent and a wise person. When the Kundalini rises into your brain, it enlightens your brain. Brain, we are using a very wee part, as you know that very well. But then you start using lot of it because it's all enlightened and you get inspirations. Sometimes people say, Mother, it's miracle. It's nothing but that your brain has been enlightened. We have this power around us. And the time has come, a special time, when this power itself has become so activated. That's why I can achieve this mass realization. Formerly, it could not be done. And as I have told you before, that in Russia, 14,000, 16,000 people came to my program, and they all got their realization. They have had no conditionings of religion, of this, that, and anything. They are so fed up with governments also. They are such clean slates, I should say. And there are 400 doctors in Russia now, Moscow, who are practicing SahajaYoga. It's not a tall story, it's a fact. And there are 200 scientists who are also practicing SahajaYoga because they are fed up of science now. And they feel very guilty the way sometimes science has harmed human beings. It gives you a complete balance and proper understanding. Your ecological problems are solved because you create people who understand the value of the Mother Earth, and they start using things which are simple, not machine-made, mostly handmade, and avoid creating any more ecological problems. Your family problems are solved. We have marriages every year, about 75 to 80 marriages. 1% of course fail because of the conditionings they have. But most of them are very successful. And the children that are born to them are very beautiful, self-realized children. And because these are Sahajogis, they understand the quality of their children, they respect their children, and children also respect them. We have got schools where we teach children about everything. But mostly it is taught how to respect the knowledge, the age, and the feelings of others. And it works. It works with them because they all have got realization. And as a realized person, you can feel them as cool vibrations in their hands. It's described as the cool breeze of the Holy Ghost. And the Kundalini is the reflection of the Holy Ghost. Now, I don't know why in the Bible they have not given anything about the Holy Ghost. But Christ has said that I will be sending you the Holy Ghost. Now, the Holy Ghost has to be a feminine power. You have got the Father, got the Son. What about the Mother? Holy Ghost is the Mother, while in Indian scripture it's called as Adi Shakti. In all the Tao, then Zen, all of them has expressed it as Shakti in all these great treatises that you find they have written about spiritual life. Also Buddha has talked about Matraya, means the mother is three. So clearly it is that we have to see now that we have to get our self-realization through this mother of yours who gives you realization. She is your individual mother. She knows all about everything. And she is very loving, very kind. As your mother gave you birth, she took up all the problems upon herself. She takes up all the problems upon herself. And there are some funny books written that if the Kundalini rises, then you get this problem, that problem. Nothing of the kind. I have not seen anybody getting any problem except for sometimes you feel little heat in the body. I mean, if you are possessed very much or something like that, maybe the possession might go out. But mostly, nothing happens. I haven't seen anybody getting into trouble with Kundalini awakening. All the saints of the world have talked about this. All the prophets have talked about it. Christ has said you have to be born again. Everybody has said that it is within you. Please seek me within. That seeking is today quite a lot because you see so many people are here to seek the truth. That's the time we are here. So this attention which becomes enlightened is so innocent and so efficient that wherever you put your attention it works and it helps people who are not with you, who need help, it works there. It solves so many problems all over. Such a person who has an innocent glance of purity can do wonders and can help so many people. So it happens automatically. We never lose our innocence. It is just clouded by whatever wrong things we have done. But still I would say not to feel guilty about it. It's a very wrong attitude towards life. And one thing is sure, that you are a human being. And as human beings, you are capable of committing mistakes. You are not God. And if God or divine power is the ocean of compassion and forgiveness, what kind of mistakes you can commit that it cannot be dissolved into this power? Now we have the last greatest blessing, I would say, in this process. First, that when the Kundalini rises above this center, you become thoughtlessly aware. Means your thoughts stop and you start watching, just watching. Whenever you want, you can think, but there is no bombardment of thoughts. When she pierces through the last fontanelle bone area, then what you get, what we call, is the self-realization. And then the cool breeze starts flowing through your hands. Some people at the very first shot get very high level of awareness, which we call as Nirvikalpa Samadhi. The first one is Nirvichar Samadhi. The second one as Nirvikalpa Samadhi, meaning the doubtless awareness. Some people do get that way. But some have to little bit fix their attention, fix their connection, I would say. And then they too become. Then they are capable of giving realizations to others. They are absolutely empowered to cure others. Just by raising their hands, they can do it. Whatever they wish, the wishes are fulfilled. But now the wishes are different from that which you had before, because wishes that you had before can never be satisfied. From one to another to years, many times. I don't know why. So far it has not been very well accepted. Now I hope you will accept it, because you will know how glorious you are, how beautiful you are. and what thing you are missing in life. This is a work of collectivity. It's like you become part and parcel of the whole. So you have to come to our collective meetings after this to grow. Because supposing a nail is cut out, then it doesn't grow. It has to grow with the body. And this collectivity is so strong that first time I went to America, I was surprised and very much touched that 25 Germans, Sahajogis, rushed to Russia. That mother is there and we have to help her. It was very touching. When I said, how is it you came here? Mother, don't you think it's our responsibility? Whatever our forefathers have done, we have to undo it. Don't you think so? I was really touched the way they came down. And we have a seminar in India once annually. And this time we had people from 55 nations. There's no quarrel, no fight, nothing. Such beautiful atmosphere, such beautiful people. As if a new race has come out. And a new race which will grant realization to people, which will grant happiness, joy to all the people. I wish you all luck. I hope you all get realization and take to it seriously. Work it out. You don't have to give any money whatsoever. Only thing you have to give some time. Perhaps that's why we are wearing watches in modern times. So we could save some time. But the way we are wasting it, it's better we spend little time in our ascent. And we have to give little time to come sometimes to these collective gatherings, and also they will tell you at home how to work it out. Like a tree, it spreads, and the roots also go deeper when we meditate at home. But it's 5 minutes are needed, not much. It's very, very simple. Has to be simple because it is so important. It's so vital today. It has to be simple. And it's extremely simple. So don't be surprised if it is that simple. May God bless you. I would like to have some questions from you, but you have to know that I'm not here for elections or votes. I am not interested in politics. And neither am I here for any money or anything to take from. But I'm here to give you the key of your own joy. So you have to ask me questions which are related, which are convincing. Because if you ask questions which are not related to the subject, it's going to just waste our time and it's not proper. We all have come here to get our realization. So just ask the questions which are relevant and sensible. May God bless you. Because I'm good at answering questions because you know I've been now going to all kinds of people and I have answered all kinds of questions. So I know all the styles they are. But it's all a mental feat. It's a mental feat. I'll answer your question all right, but that doesn't mean that there's a guarantee your Kundalini will rise. So the best thing is to ask a question if you are feeling that you have to ask a question. Because I don't want at the time when we are having this meditation procedure, suddenly your mind says, oh, you should have asked this question. So just to settle your mind, you can ask me questions. It will take 10 minutes more for you to get your self-realization. So I would like you to ask me questions for some time, and then we'll have this procedure of self-realization. Thank you very much.
The gentleman is asking, he said, recommending meditation 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes at night. What do you actually do in this meditation?
That will tell you once you get realization. Unless and until you are connected, what's the use of meditation? Meditation is to be in meditation, not to do meditation. Unless and until you are connected, see this instrument is not connected. What's the use of talking on this phone? It's like that. So you have to be connected first, then we'll tell you. It's very simple. Nothing has to be done, nothing so special.
he's saying that in the morning he prays, he talks to God, he asks God. He has a purpose behind that.
Yes, it's all right, but before being connected to God, what's the use of asking anything? You have to be connected. You see, actually mentally we think that we are praying to God and that He should listen to us, normally. But actually it doesn't happen, because so many people have told me, Mother, we are praying to God, we do this, we do that, but still why are we suffering? The reason is you are not connected. You have to get the connection first. Without the connection, what is the use of praying also? Prayer will have no meaning, because you are talking to someone. Say your telephone is not working and you talk on the telephone goes out of order. You cannot, you see, if you sit down, I'll tell you, people have been praying for ages now, haven't they been? They have been praying, breaking their heads with prayers. What have they achieved? What have you achieved? Nothing. So the reason for that is that we have to have connection. That's everybody has said. You have to have connection. All of them have said it. Christ has said it, everybody has said it. But without paying attention to that part, we are just praying. That's not the way, because some people have told just pray. Some people say this mantra, this thing. You are not connected. Not yet. सरदार जी आपको बताने की ज़रूरत ही नहीं है, क्योंकि काहे रे बनक हो जना जाए, कहे नानक बिन आपा चीन्हे मिटे न भ्रम की काहि। अब और क्या बताऊं मैं, उन्होंने तो सब बता गया आप लोगों को, अपने को चिन्हना चाहिए ना पहले। कहे नानक बिन आपा चीन्हे मिटे न भ्रम की काहि, पहले अपने को चिन्हो। मुझे तो आश्चर्य ये होता है कि सारा ये लोग पढ़ते रहते हैं ग्रंथ साहब, कितनी बड़ी चीज़ कर गए नानक साहब, क्योंकि उन्होंने सारे रियलाइज सोल्स के उसमें शब्द डाले हैं और बस वो रटते रहते हैं। अरे भाई क्या कह गए वो तो देखो, क्या कहा वो कोई जानता ही नहीं, उसमें क्या क्या कहे वो कोई जानता नहीं, बस पढ़े जा रहे पढ़े जा रहे। क्या पढ़ने से तो इसीलिए कबीर दास ने कहा है, पढ़ी पढ़ी पंडित मूर्ख भय। समझे ना, इन सब तो बहुत ज़्यादा उन्होंने सबसे ज़्यादा काम किया है, नानक साहब ने तो बहुत ज़्यादा काम कर दिया। अब उसका फ़ायदा उठाइए, हम उन्हीं का काम कर रहे हैं। अच्छा
He wants to know how you develop this connection, how you develop the spiritual connection.
Me, to be very frank, I would not like to tell much about myself, because it is tactless, I think, from, you see, when Christ said that he was the Son of God, he was, that's the truth, no doubt about it. But when he said that, they crucified him. So what's the use of telling people anything about yourself? You better get your realization and then try to know me. It's much better in that light. Otherwise, if I tell you something, they will come on me saying that, how did you say it's all right? Come along. Human beings are like that. All the saints have been tortured because they talked about divine things. But I am rather clever. I don't want to die just now.
Yes. It takes some time to develop Kundalini, he says. what advice do you have for those people in the West who are so distracted by things like materialism and money and so on?
It's all over. It's also in India. People are very distracted by money. It's not only the West, but the seeking has started. They are seeing the point. But after getting realization, you can see the importance of your being. You are not materialistic, but you understand what is matter is. You are not a person who belongs to any isms, but you understand what these isms are, because you become knowledgeable. So, once you get out of this illusion of ignorance, you start seeing. For example, again I'll say, if there's complete darkness here, and if you are running or walking, you will not know how you are related to each other. Then at that time it will be very important for you to somehow or other save, somehow or other get out, or to keep to your chair. See, that's important, because you are in confusion. But supposing you are in peace, there is light, you can see each other, there's no more confusion, then you don't behave like that. Your behavior is very different. That's exactly what happens. Your attention then is in attainment of your higher joys. But you don't give up anything, you don't become a sannyasi or anything like that. You have not to run away from it. This is also a myth, that you become a sannyasi. Most of the people, they'll make you sannyasi and take all the money from you. All right, you become sannyasi, give me all your money very nicely, and buy Rolls Royces. So the wisdom and the balance that manifests within you, you yourself start enjoying your virtues. And you do not impose them on anybody else. You understand that they are in confusion just now. They haven't got the light. You don't despise them by any chance. But on the contrary, you feel that they have to get their light, so they'll be all right. They'll be all right. They'll be like us, enjoying life, enjoying each other, enjoying every moment. So it's a different state. This is a state of confusion, state where everybody feels insecure. But that's the state of complete security. All right? You have to just experience and see for yourself. This is the best way. Even if I describe to you any beauty of Kashmir, or if I tell Indians the beauty of your country, they must come and see for themselves. Otherwise, how will they know what I'm talking about?
He's drawing attention to the earlier question and linking meditation with prayer. And he says, if meditation is not praying, what's the use of it? What's the value of it?
Meditation is, you see, also we have two types of things, you see. We have what we call prayer, or we can call mantras, or we can have meditation, two things. The first one is for correcting your centers, for correcting where is the problem is, which I will tell you just now. You will see during meditation only I'll tell you how to correct different centers. That would be like a prayer, all right? But once you have corrected it, then you have to get into state where you are in thoughtless awareness, or you are in doubtless awareness. Then you are in meditation. Prayer is a means to achieve that state. All right?
gentleman, so there was a gentleman just here, yes. He's drawing attention to the fact, Mother, that as a Christian, he might have done something wrong, and then he would go and be forgiven for it. He might do exactly the same thing again next week and also be forgiven for it. Now he doesn't believe that's possible. He believes that having done something wrong, there is something that in fact a residue of that in some way resides within him.
Yeah, it does. If you do something wrong, then you feel guilty. Then you feel guilty, you don't face the wrong, but you feel guilty. It settles down here, the left side. And when it settles down here, then we call it a problem on the center. And the problem on this center gives you diseases like angina, spondylitis and all those things. It manifests in a physical way also. Now what I'm trying to tell you, that at this moment when you are here, when we are trying to raise our own Kundalini, that time you forget about your guilts, forget about everything, and once you get your realization, you won't do the wrong thing. That's the point I'm saying. But to achieve that, you should be in that state that you should be pleasantly placed towards yourself and not angry with yourself. And don't count your mistakes.
There was a lady who was asking. Well, if I can answer that, as soon as questions are finished, there'll be another 10 minutes or so. I don't think there are many more questions. Are there more questions? No. How is it that realization can be achieved simply when people like Vivekananda and so on worked so very hard to achieve it? How is it that we can get it so simply now?
You can. You see, they went the other way round. If they had gone right way, they would have got it, but they went the other way round, which you'll find later on. Once you get realization, you'll know what is the simple way is. You see, supposing I have to come to this hall, and I go to Australia and then come here, because I don't know the way, supposing. But supposing you know the way, then you can directly go there.
This gentleman is saying there are many ways.
There are none. There's only one. Of Kundalini awakening, there's no other way out. Everybody has talked about it. Even Christ has said that I'll appear before you like tongues of flames. And these are the things. These centers look like that. And that's the tree of life. Krishna has said, everybody has said the same thing. But they could not elaborately say anything. I'll be amazed that in SahajaYoga, when these people came, they had no idea of the word Kundalini. Even many Indians don't know. They call it Kundali, means the horoscope. It was a very unknown science. For till the 12th century in India, it was only described in various Sanskrit books, which were very difficult, and to common people it was not known at all. There was a group of people who were doing this kind of work. For example, Rama's father-in-law, he gave realization to one called Nachiketa. Then we have these called as Nathpanthis. They were working it out, but the tradition was from one master to one disciple. That's all, like Machindranath, and his disciple was Gorakhnath, like that, one disciple to one. And also some saints wanted to have it, but they couldn't because they had to find a guru. And the gurus were so few and the disciples also were accepted, very few. So very few people got realization. Now in the 12th century only, there was a great saint born in Maharashtra called as Gyaneshwara. And he wrote in his treatise on Gita called as Gyaneshwari. In that, in the 6th chapter, first time, he wrote in a local language for common people about Kundalini, first time. After that, we had many saints, like I was telling about Guru Nanaka, Kabira. We had many others, like Tukarama, Ramdasa, so many we had in India, who then talked about it. And it worked out. And the one you said question just now is that how the Kundalini can work out so fast. So this question was asked to Ramadasa, who was the guru of Shivaji Maharaj. And he said one word, Takshana, means that moment you can raise the Kundalini. But there should be the giver authorized and there should be a recipient. If it is so, it can be that moment. That's the sentence he said. This is in the 16th century he said this. So it's a subject which has been evolving slowly. Nanak Sahib has said, Sahaja Samadhi Lagu. Sahaj what comes more from him? Sahaja Samadhi Lagu. It's Sahaj, you should get your realization. But sort of, you see, we didn't go deep into the words, didn't try to understand them, what it is. It has become more like a, let us read Bible, let us read Gita, let us read this. It's been more reading. Reading is just up to mental level. But now it has become so easy. Maybe you can say that that's all I have discovered, how to give mass realization, which is being predicted before also. And that's what, if you think that is to be credited to me, I don't think it's any creditable job. Because it's your own power which is being enlightened. It's like one light, one candle which is enlightened can enlighten thousands of you. And those who are enlightened can also enlighten. Now these people have become so knowledgeable in SahajaYoga. In such a short time, it's such a subtle knowledge. It's surprising because of realization. Very surprising. All over the world. It's very surprising. I must say New Zealand is the country which is lagging behind very much in this. Otherwise there are so many other, even Turkey has come up. So you have to take the responsibility for the progeny to come, for all your problems you have. So it is, you have to feel responsible about it. And instead of going into mental acrobats, let us have the reality. It is for our good, why not have it? You don't have to surrender anything, you don't have to give me anything, nothing of the kind. Christ also can be only understood when you are realized, otherwise you can never understand it. Who he was, why he came, what was his purpose, how great he was, where does he stand in our centers. All this could be only understood if you get the light, otherwise you cannot understand. You do not understand their relationships with each other, nothing. We know him as a separate personality, we know Muhammad Sahib as a separate personality. On the contrary, Muhammad Sahib has said it, when the time of resurrection will come, Qiyamah will come, your hands will speak, but where are the Muslims? They are not seeking their resurrection, are they? It's very important. And it's surprising that it's only in New Zealand, such a beautiful place like New Zealand, that it's not been so much accepted. I don't know the reason why, but it should be. While all kinds of funny false gurus have prospered here, all kinds. And they have cheated. After they have cheated, then they have found it out. And they are all against me naturally because I say you can't take money, so they are all against me. I don't mind. So we have to understand that it's important to have our own powers manifesting this beautiful thing. It's described by all of them. It's not that I'm telling you. Only thing is it has to be achieved. So many. They ask more questions than anywhere. All right. Now what is the question, madam?
He's wondering whether there's any connection between the spirituality in New Zealand and the fact that our economy is so related to the slaughter of animals.
You see, it's nothing to do with slaughter of animals or anything. Please try to understand. You see, this economy is in trouble everywhere. Slaughter of animals is not the main thing. Because after all, you see, I'm not going to give realization to chickens, am I? Most important are human beings. We should not slaughter human beings. That's the main point. We are more worried about animals than about human beings. Every day we say harsh words to others. Every day we try to insult others. We have racialism sometimes. The people who are angry, who have been, of the other race, they are angry. They say all kinds of things, and it's a mutual quarreling going on all the time. It's not because of that. I would say that the economy is like that because we have not yet expanded ourselves. We have to take the grace of God and His blessings in the right way. Also, there are lots of black magic going on. Lots of black magic. It's not only the aboriginals, even the otherwise people I have seen doing black magic. Other kinds of people is doing black magic. Even this charismatic movement, we have had people from charismatic, they just fainted. We have what you call this, Pentecostals. They are all possessed. Even in the Christian communities, we have people like that. Among Protestants, about Catholics, we have in every religion we have. Even I would say Sikh gentleman is sitting here, I would tell you that Bhajan Singh's ashram I went to, he has possessed all the people. You see, they have all used this mesmerism as a means, and of course they take the garb of a saint, of course they did take, and used it for making money. It's all money-making propositions. There's no talk of ascent, no talk of purity. It's all money-making. All the time is money-making. It's like a corporation going on. You have seen the life of Christ, you have seen the life of Muhammad Sahib, you have seen the life of Nanak Sahib. They are pure people, absolutely pure. So all this works out. But in any case, this is not going to last very long. And I'm sure you all should get your realization and bring the grace of God on New Zealand.
It's time for that now, Mother. Christ to the Father.
Yes, through Christ. It's correct. Sit down. I'll tell you 1 minute, I'll tell you. It is absolutely that. But not through priests. That's the point. Through Christ. And you will know where Christ is seated and how you reach through Christ. All of them are seated on these centers. And he is here on the optic chiasma. But they don't know anything. It's not through priest, but through Christ is a correct idea. That's what you will know.
Yes.
That's what you have to say. You see, whatever is said is true, but it is misinterpreted. And that's what will be proved, absolutely proved, no doubt. You don't know also what Christ is, how he comes, what's his origin, how he was sent here, for what purpose. Nothing. They don't know about the Holy Ghost. They say it's a dove. I just don't understand.
Big pardon? You've woken up? Ego disappears. Oh. This gentleman is wondering if he becomes self-realized, will his ego disappear?
Yes, it does. He's an Indian, is he? They are very much worried about their ego. From childhood they are told that be careful about your ego, be careful. Yes, madam. हाँ. हम लोग की तो परंपरा बहुत ऊंची है ना. रात दिन सिखाया हुआ है काम क्रोध मद मत्सर लोभ मोह से छुट्टी पाओ. इन लोग को तो बेचारों कुछ मालूम ही नहीं. इनकी तो दया करो. कुछ मालूम नहीं बेचारों. हाँ. What is it?
This lady is very keen to have her self-realization now.
That's the best. You are speaking for many. Now, still there's one gentleman.
If we anchor ourselves to the earth, would it make this earth, to the earth energy, would it make this realization faster?
Yes, we'll do the same just now. It is. We have hit the point. It's true. Seen the point. Correct.
Do you have to cleanse your body first before you come realized?
No, not at all. No, you don't have to do anything like that. Just don't worry about cleansing. You have had enough of it, all right? Now done. You don't have to do anything anymore. Now just have your realization. Just that. All right? Don't have to do, I mean, just, you see, this energy, when it rises, it cleanses you. It passes through these centers, and the centers are nourished, and the centers are cleansed. It's not like going into sort of a, I don't know what your idea of cleansing is. It just is cleanses inside. See, I'll tell you. Now this is one center, this is another center, all right? Now this is from the left and the right, left sympathetic and right sympathetic. So rather it's medical terminology I'll have to use. And the center part is the parasympathetic nervous system, which supplies the energy normally. Now if you are using it too much on the right, you see there's augmentation, there's a constriction of the center here. Can you see that? Now, if suddenly something happens on the left, it breaks. Then this connection with the whole is lost and you become on your own. That's how malignancy set in. So many diseases come through. I have no time just now to tell you about all the diseases, but there are lectures and lectures and lectures of mine which you will understand how a disease is caused and how it is cleared by this Kundalini, your mother. How she does. What she does, when she rises, she tries to go through this and go through this and put it back. And then she nourishes it. So all your centers are nourished. As a result, you are cleansed physically, mentally, emotionally and spiritually. That is the basis. Supposing a tree is sick, now you apply to that tree some medicines on the leaves. It won't work out. You have to go to the roots. If you go to the roots can take the medicine to all parts of the body. It's like that. It's very simple. We cannot understand things which are simple. That's the trouble with us. We are rather complicated. All right?
This lady is still very keen, Mother, to have her self-realization.
It's very good. So that's now let's have it. Now we have had enough of it. All right?
Enough questions.
Enough of it. You see, we are going down in a circle, I think. Let's break it. First and foremost thing is that you have to desire. You have to desire because, as I told you, this is the pure desire which is within us to ascend. We are not aware of it sometimes, but it is there. That's why whatever we desire, we get it, we are not satisfied. We want to have another thing like that. You know, the law of economics is that wants are not satiable in general. So there's some want which is satiable. And this is the power of pure desire. So first just desire that I'm going to get realization. Secondly, there should be no diffidence about it. Should not think that I cannot get it, how can I get it, I'm this, that. I assure you, you all can get it. Now have faith in me, as far as that is concerned. Faith in yourself, first of all. You all are going to get your self-realization. Maybe if you are a little sick or something, might take time, 1 or 2 days. But most of you will get realization. Now there are 2 conditions again. One is that you have to forgive everyone in general. This is very important. Whether you forgive or don't forgive, you don't do anything. It's a myth. And that's one of the biggest problems in the West. They cannot forgive. But it's a myth. You are just not forgiving, doing what? Nothing. You don't do anything. Oh, I can't forgive. I just can't forgive. It's difficult. I'll try. Oh, what are you trying? It's a myth not to forgive. So just say that I forgive each and every person. Just say that. In general, don't think of them. Because if you do not forgive, you play into wrong hands. Those who have tortured you are happy, and while you, by not forgiving, are torturing yourself. That means you are playing into their hands. Simple thing as that. Logically you should understand. So that's very important. You have to forgive everyone in general, not to think of these people at all. That's one thing. The second condition is, as I told you, not to feel guilty for whatever you have done so far. Past is past. Forget it. Forgive yourself. Absolutely forgive yourself. You are here means you are seekers of truth, and it's your right to get the truth. So forgive everyone and forgive yourself, and not to feel guilty about anything whatsoever. That means you should be pleasantly placed towards yourself. These are 2 conditions from me, and I hope you'll accept. It's not so difficult. Only 2 simple conditions are there. Now, we have to take help from the Mother Earth. We take help from every element, but especially from Mother Earth. And for that, we'll have to just remove our shoes, not to do much, just to remove your shoes. You will know that we have 2 sympathetic nervous system, left and right. The left one is the power of desire, and the right one is the power of action. This is of the mundane desire, and this is of the action. So, the left side and right side should be kept apart from each other. Another thing you have to remember, that I cannot force on you self-realization. I cannot. I respect your freedom. God has given you freedom to go through the trial and error methods to reach certain understanding. So I cannot force it on you. I cannot compel you to do anything. You have to ask for it. So first we'll show you how we have to nourish our centers ourselves, and then you will see how the Kundalini will rise within yourself. First we'll show you. He will show you how to do it. Brian, we just show. Now, we have to put the left hand, he'll show you, left hand like this on your lap towards me, expressing your desire to get your self-realization. Just like this. I mean, imagine sitting on chairs, you can get realization. Formerly you had to go to Himalayas and live in that cold. Now it's nothing like that. It's very simple. Put your left hand towards yourself. Now with the right hand, you have to nourish your centers. So you put first your right hand on your heart. Now have faith that you will get your realization. Actually it's only one day, so people think, how can it happen? It can happen any moment. So just don't get upset over this. This is the center which has the spirit in it. The spirit resides in your heart. Now you have to take down your right hand on the left hand side of your abdomen in the upper part. We are only working on the left hand side with right hand. We are only working on the left hand side with right hand. So now put your right hand in the upper portion of your abdomen. Press it hard. This is the center which all the great masters and the prophets have created within you, which is for your mastery. Then you have to take down your right hand in the lower portion of your abdomen on the left hand side. This is the center for pure knowledge. This knowledge which you feel on the central nervous system, by which you know how to handle this divine power and how to become a master. It is in your awareness manifested. Now raise your right hand again on the upper portion of your abdomen on the left hand side. Then you have to take it again on your heart. Now raise your right hand in the corner of your neck and your shoulder and turn your head to your right. This center is in trouble when you feel guilty. Please turn your head to your right as much as possible. This is the worst, I think, in this congregation today, that they are feeling guilty. Now, you have to raise your hand to your forehead across and put down your head as far as possible. This is the center to forgive everyone. Now, take back this right hand on the back side of your head and push back your head on it as far as possible upward. This is the center without feeling guilty, without counting your mistakes. You have to ask forgiveness from the divine power. Now, you have to stretch your palm fully. And put the center of your palm on top of your fontanelle bone area, which is called as talu, or which is the soft bone in your childhood. Put the center of your palm. Now push back your fingers as far as possibly, so there's a good pressure on your scalp. Now please bend your head as much as possible. Bend your head. Sit straight would be better. Not too much strain, but straight. Now bend your head and move your hands 7 times slowly, or you can say move the scalp with the pressure 7 times clockwise, slowly. All right. That's all we have to do. Now, please close your eyes. You don't have to open your eyes till I tell you. You can take out your spectacles also. Now, you have to put the left hand towards me again and put both the feet away from each other. If you have anything tight on your neck or your shoulder, you can little bit loosen it. You don't have to sit in a bending manner or too much stretched back, but in the center, in a comfortable way. Just erect, but not any pressure should be felt on your body. Put the left hand towards me. Don't have to control any thought, you don't have to say any mantras, nothing of the kind. Kundalini itself will work out everything for you. Now, please put your right hand on your heart. Here resides the spirit. So you have to ask me 3 questions. In your heart, thrice you have to ask a question which is very fundamental. Mother, you can call me Mother or Shri Mataji, whatever you like. Mother, am I the spirit? Mother, am I the spirit? Please ask this question 3 times. If you are the spirit, then in the light of the spirit you become your own guide, your own guru, your own master. So now please take your hand into the upper portion of your abdomen on the left hand side. Here ask another very important question. Mother, am I my own master? Ask this question 3 times. I have already told you that I respect your freedom and I cannot force pure knowledge on you. You have to ask for it. So now, please take your right hand in the low portion of your abdomen, press it hard on the left hand side. Here, you ask a question or you have to say, asking, Mother, please give me pure knowledge. Say this 6 times because this center has got 6 petals. Mother, please give me pure knowledge. Now, when you ask this question, when you ask for pure knowledge, then Kundalini starts rising higher. She gets awakened. So we have to nourish the upper centers with our self-confidence. So now raise your right hand on the left hand side of your abdomen and press it hard in the upper part of your abdomen. Press it hard, and here you have to say 10 times with full confidence. Mother, I am my own master. You have to show your full confidence. At the very outset, I have told you that the fundamental truth about you is that you are not this body, not this mind. not these conditionings or ego, but you are the pure spirit. So now raise your right hand on your heart, and here with full confidence say 12 times, Mother, I am the spirit. Say it 12 times, please. This divine power is the ocean of knowledge, is the ocean of love and compassion, is the ocean of bliss, but above all it is the ocean of forgiveness, and whatever mistake you have committed, it is capable of dissolving it. So please forgive yourself. And now raise your right hand in the corner of your neck and shoulder and turn your head to your right. Here, you have to say with full confidence again 16 times, Mother, I am not guilty at all. Please say that 16 times. Please say it. Turn your head to your right. I've already told you, whether you forgive or don't forgive, you don't do anything. But if you don't forgive, then you play into wrong hands and you torture yourself, while those who want to torture are absolutely in a very happy condition. So it is a myth, and you have to forgive all of them, not individually remembering them, but in general. So now please raise your right hand on your forehead, across, and please put down your head as far as possible. And here, you have to say from your heart, not how many times. Mother, I forgive everyone. Please say it, because I know afterwards you come and tell me, I haven't felt anything, Mother, I haven't felt the cool breeze. But if you do not forgive now, it's very difficult. Please forgive, and you should also know that I cannot forgive for you. You have to forgive yourself. So please say it, Mother, I forgive everyone in general. Now, without feeling guilty, without counting any mistakes, you have to ask forgiveness from the divine power. So now please take your right hand on the back side of your head and push back your head on it as far as possible. Now here, without feeling guilty, again I say without counting your mistakes, just for your satisfaction, you have to say, O divine power, please forgive me if I have done anything wrong. Say it again with your heart, from your heart, not how many times, but from your heart, earnestly. Say it that please forgive me if I have done anything knowingly or unknowingly wrong or against you. Now the most important is the last center, for which you have to stretch your palm fully. Put the center of your palm on top of the fontanelle bone area, which was a soft bone in your childhood. And now press it hard. Press it hard. Now, Push back your fingers. Unless until you push back your fingers, you cannot press it down. Here again, I cannot force self-realization on you. I respect your freedom. So you have to ask for it. So now move your scalp 7 times, slowly clockwise, saying 7 times, Mother, please give me self-realization. Now please take down your hands. Slowly open your eyes. Please slowly open your eyes. Now put your hands towards me like this. Like this. And don't think. You can do that. You can stop your thinking now. Now put down your head. Put right hand towards me and see for yourself from the fontanelle bone area if there's a cool breeze coming out of your head. Can you stand up and show them? Just see. See, don't put your hand, please, on your head, but away from it. Some people get it very far. Just see if there's a cool breeze coming out of your head. Or maybe hot. Some people will get heat, doesn't matter. The heat has to go away and then the cool breeze will come. Now put the left hand towards me, please. And put the head again down. And see for yourself if there's a cool breeze coming out of your fontanelle bone area. Some people get it very far, some get it closer. Move your hand and see for yourself. Don't doubt. Some people start thinking it is air conditioner. It's coming from your head, not from the air conditioner. Now, put the right hand towards me. Bend your head again. And see for yourself if there's a cool breeze coming from your fontanelle bone area. Move your hand nicely, up and down and sideways, and see for yourself. Now, please raise both your hands towards the sky like this and put your head upward and ask a question. Any one of these questions you ask 3 times. Mother, is this the cool breeze of the Holy Ghost? Mother, is this the all-pervading power of divine love? Mother, is this the Parama Chaitanya? Ask any one of these questions, any one of them 3 times. From your heart, ask from your heart. Now put down your hands. Please put down. Slowly open your hands. You'll feel very relaxed. Now,
same exercise.
I'll show you again because it's hard. You can shortcut the system because what's happening now is the system is making it. Yes. Please give me my realization. You ask that.
When you wouldn't see it later.
And you will feel Sahaja being here. She's completed the connection inside your body. So it's like having a set of lights without the wires between. If you run the wires between and plug it in, it works.
You're right.
So that will increase. Kundalini, if you can imagine, it starts off running one wire, one thin wire, the bottom light, and the top light joining together as a chakra. It's like more wires. It increases the size of the wire through having more strands until desirably end up with a big cable that can take a lot of it out. Large amount that direct, you can use it to improve yourself. But you can also use as it improves and you learn just as a matter of interest, just hold your hand.
Okay, now. Okay, Will. Okay. Just
A little bit higher. If you want to sit here, there's pretty behind you.
He's got some information. Good. Weeks ago in Rome.
You're from
It's hard at first because you don't really. We all are.
If somebody is sick, you just put it.
Anybody, yes.
Well, no, you can better because a lot of people have got them. Not that they haven't got the youth got them. Yeah, it's channel.
Can you pick that up?
Yeah.
So what she was doing the thing like the here, they went everywhere. She used that every day or every night or so.
There's a person.
Yeah, it's on the show.